Hello everyone, this old time duo, you can call me Brother Ginzy. In this video, I'll continue to share with you the modification plan of Casio's ga2100. If you are interested in Casio's modification, you can click the follow button. Well, today's model, we can call it the replacement version of AP Royal Oak 1540. In fact, this model, very early last year, in July or August, I recorded a video. But at that time, the dial was different from the current one. It was a large waffle dial at that time, and a logo-free design. For this one, we have changed to a small waffle dial, which looks much more delicate and elegant. Then, to give you a brief introduction, the modification is each part. One is the movement, and the other is the case. For the movement, this one is almost a full modification, which means that no original parts are retained except the movement. No original parts are retained, including the four major parts. The inner shadow of scale, the pointer, and dial have been replaced. Then the case is also completely replaced. Let's take a look. The dial is a small waffle pattern, as mentioned earlier. It looks much more coordinated. Then, the color is not that kind of cheap blue texture. This blue one is relatively close to AP in color. It's a light blue and a little bit of denim blue. It's not that kind of cheap, the kind of blue that is very blue at first glance. So, the whole color, I think it's very good. Then, all the English words are all there. Then the hands, the scales and the inner ring have been replaced with silver. For the scale and inner ring, we always use the parts produced in mass production, that is to say, parts processed at the factory level. So, they are definitely not original accessories. This is the accessory we made ourselves. The back is electroplated in silver, so the brightness is very good. It fits perfectly without any gaps. There won't be a gap here when installed, or a big hole. This doesn't exist. The pointer is also a silver pointer. And for the luminous part, we know that the original Casio's original needle. First of all, the needle is made of rubber. And then, the luminous part filled with the very popular green luminous in Japan. The needle of our watch is made of copper, which gives it a metallic feel. And then, filled with Swiss Superluminate Nova's superluminescent ice blue. So the luminous color will change. This is blue. The original is green. Another thing is the dial. I just said half of it. As for the dial, we also use a copper dial. The original one is a plastic dial, right? The difference is very big. So overall, a toy watch has been transformed into. It becomes a real watch. This is also our goal for the modification of the oak that we have been pursuing. After you wear it, it completely gets rid of its original. The plastic texture, which is the texture of a toy watch. There's one more thing I want to tell you. Many friends have asked me if this is GMB2100. Let me tell you that if this is not GMB2100, is Casio's official upgrading the GM2100 upgraded to a steel strap and added solar energy function. We won't involve in modification for that because the price is too high. Now it's seen to be nearly 4,000 yuan. There is no need to modify it. If you just want a steel version, then our watch will be a good choice. It's actually a GMB with a cheaper alternative, and it looks like AP. In fact, it is a win-win situation. Let's talk about the watch case. Our watch case is divided into two types. These are the two models that we have been keeping. Mainstream, one is the strap version, one is steel strap version. So for this steel strap version is our flagship model. The first point is that it can be swapped with our strap. And then, for the power transmission part, I've all about time before. The power input part is arched, which is obvious from the side. Each section has an arc. By doing this, first, it is more friendly to small wrists. There is also a flat head on the market. I've told you before that we also have the flat head upright, has sharper edges and corners. And the sharpness will be better. Then after wearing this one, small wrists, because the connecting part of each section of the strap, we call it the headstand, are arched. There is a natural curvature, so if you have small wrists like me, 15.5 centimeters, and you want to wear it, you should choose this one. If you are under 16, don't choose the flat head buckle because it will stretch your hand. Let's see, it's almost perfectly fit, which fits the wrist perfectly. Strap. And then, our steel strap, especially this one, you can hardly see it on the market because we've all exported them to foreign countries. And then, the texture and polishing of the whole watch. Look for yourself, and feel it yourself. I won't say, because I feel that saying too much will be fake. So, how our products are, you can just watch the video. The polishing of every position, as long as the watch can never escape 2 words, is polishing. Whether watch is shiny and whether it look good, it depends on this. Then, the buckle part is a 2-way folding buckle. It opens with a press and the feel is also good. Then the inner grinding we pay special attention to for the inside polishing. Because it is close to the skin, we need to ensure that it can't scratch your hands, which is very important. Then, including the case, the 4 positions at the back, we also polish them to a mirror finish because it feels smooth, so it won't cut your wrist, which is very important. Then, let's weigh the weight. Many friends pay attention to the weight. To be honest, the weight of the steel strap is heavier. It will be heavier. Let's weigh it. I don't know, you can see 166 grams with the watch. This is a steel strap, but in fact, for those of us who often wear watches, this weight is actually just average. Let's see how much strap weighs. The strap with the watch is over 60 grams, plus the watch, it's about 90 grams. The watch weighs about 30 grams. And now let's show you. We replace the strap. Let's see how it looks. Okay, so when we change the strap, it feels like this. First, let me talk about the tape. We currently have 8 colors, and you can choose any color. If you think the blue is too calm or too something, you can choose red, or green, or black. Of course, I don't think any of them look good. I think I look best with it, because the strap color and the dial color are almost the same. This way, the coordination is very good. And our strap, please note that it is natural fluorubber. Here, we need to add a word called real. It's a real natural fluorubber strap. First of all, there is no cheap reflection on the surface. Then, the texture is very clear and very soft. Speaking of rubber straps, it is actually very valuable because many brands use fluorubber straps. It is a major selling point in promotion, including domestic brands that I really like, which I really like, called Varia. You can go and take a look, which specializes in making straps for luxury goods. All the straps are made of the same material as ours, are fluorubber. So the price of each pair is over 1,000 yuan. So Buddha jumps over the wall strap. It can be a very expensive thing. As I said, it's about marketing. You can sell it at a high price. Of course, we don't add much profit to increase the profit. These things, so whether the product is good or not, you can see it with your own eyes. What is a good thing? I think if I say too much about this thing, make people particularly discuss it. It seems like I'm boasting about myself. As for the tape, the first advantage is that it's light. I just weighed it for you. As a boy is already very light. Don't be too weak. 90 grams and say it's so heavy. Why is watch so heavy? We are men. When you succeed in the future, you will definitely wear it. A half-kilogram watch, because all good watches are all over 200 grams. Of course, Richard Mille is not included. Let's not talk about that. Let's talk about Rolex, AP, and so on, are basically over 200 grams, which is common. And then, the strap is also a part of our head. You can see that the head part of our watch is arched. One is, as I mentioned earlier, it will fit our wrists, and the other is that it is overall coordination and quality. In terms of the style, it will look better, because there will be an arc here, which is a matter of the design of the version. It will be closer to our AP, Royal Oak offshore case type. You can compare them yourself. Then, this is a rubber strap feeling. So there are 2 different combinations. You can choose by yourself. I think the steel strap will be more masculine. For the rubber strap, as summer is coming soon, I think the strap is also a very good choice. Okay, so in this video,